head pole. So I have 3 that are kind of this style, and then I have 4 that hook into those Lab Quests. And those Lab Quests are probably the biggest waste of money I've ever spent in San Luis. They never seem to work very well. But you're just gonna get it so that your pole is nice and straight. It will have a little bend to it. We're not really gonna worry about that. So the thing is that there's this little notch in the connector where we're gonna connect it to the monitor. So the biggest thing is make sure that you line the notch up with this little notch in the flow meter. And then they fit together quite nicely. If you don't have them lined up, then you can't force them together. Or if you do force them together, you'll probably break it, okay? So you line it up, you clamp this down, you just screw it down righty-tighty. So we're gonna get this readout. And right now it is reading in knots, and on your data sheet we want it to be in meters per second, right? So now, oops. Now it's kilometers per hour, miles per hour. All right, now we're in meters per second. So we want to make sure that it's reading out meters per second. So our waders are going to go stake the tape measure out. You're going to stake the tape measure out. It's not as critical to get like that big full area when we're only doing flow. So you're just going to stake the tape measure out on the left side, bring it across to this right bank. Then you're going to take your flow measurements every 4 feet. So you'll start right at 0. You're going to come in 4 feet because you're actually going to have to take less measurements today. Now, the couple things you got to think of when you're taking your measurements are, you want this to be upstream from your boots. So as waders, just make sure you're standing downstream. If you're upstream of it, you're like blocking the flow, right? So that just goes upstream. You're going to put it halfway down the water column. So that's where the fastest flow is right in the center of the water column. So you don't want it right on the bottom because it's slower there and it's gonna like get caught up in the algae and the yucky stuff. And you don't want it right at the top because it slows down a little bit at the top. So about halfway through your water. Okay, you're gonna put it in there. You're gonna give it a couple seconds to stabilize. And then you're just gonna call out your number. Okay? Then you're gonna move over your 4 feet, same thing. Halfway down, let it stabilize, call out your number. When we do channels that have braids in the middle, when you get to those braids, at each section that you had to walk across an actual braid, at each 4 foot there, you would just call out zeros. Okay? So, Branson and Kylie, you guys decide who wants to like take this and who wants to take the tape measure. Okay, try to take this. We'll let Branson take the tape measure and take it off.
Kylie, look of confusion.
And just bring it back.
Kylie, you gotta go right there, right in that little hole.
No.
Why?
I don't want to measure when you get it back here. Or if you want to just give it to somebody and they'll hold
Branson
it.
Stout, also look
Waiter's
of confusion.
assistant.
Handle. I got you, bro.
Take the handle.
Dude, thank you.
Brighton Nelson, the only
Just
thing
make
is
sure
that.
that you keep that. If you keep the white side up, Branson, it'll make it easier for you guys to read the marking.
Oh, he is just going for it.
Grumpy about having to do this today, so.
Branson?
Yeah.
Kylie, a little farther up too.
They're
Kylie.
just being jerks, Kylie.
Yeah, I figured.
They're just trying to get you to
You
go
don't
in
have
that
to
big
listen
hole
to
where
them.
it's going really fast.
Yeah, we need the whole. We need it for like right on that day.
You want the white one.
Like, I feel like that would be a little.
So you're going to start on that side, though, closest to the 0. So you'll just come in.
It's like relying on the tape measure.
You guys will still have at the 0 mark. You'll
I'll get this on video. So far.
So wait, Branson, if you'll just step over so that you're downstream of where Kylie's at, that would be perfect.
What'd you say? We might need a little muting action on this one. What'd you say? Emma?
Point five.
So most of the time, like ideally if we could do depth in one measurement and go back with the flow meter,
Point seven.
we'll try to get both things.
Do we have the other thingy today?
Huh?
Do we have the other thing?
No depth today, because we're just trying to learn the flow meter today. And you can kind of hold it, Kylie, like down, I don't know if you want to put your hand down lower where it's kind of pulling back. There you go.
1.1.
So does it just, is there like a little turbine on it
Yeah, there's a little propeller on there.
and it just spins it?
Mhm. You guys do have to like worry a little bit that those propellers, they just slide on there. So when you guys are going to be the waiters, just try to make sure that they're on there pretty decently tight, like if it's barely on there. Once in a while, they float away downstream. The little propeller on the bottom.
Good job, Branson. 1.8.
Phones are fast.
And that's meters per second. Yeah, so like about 26 feet per second.
0.7.
And you might be able to get one more kind in there.
0.3.
And then we'll just do a last one as a 0.
Wow. Just
Well,
amazing.
that's pretty easy, right?
Can we get a thumbs up from both of our waiters?
Day to be the waiter, because everything was going wrong today.
Can we get a thumbs up from both of our waiters for the camera, please? Branson, thumbs up.
Awesome. So, Branson, if you don't mind just unstaking it, we'll just. You're lucky. We're only gonna do one today.